Look, there's a pun over here. The peppers are chilling out. Let's chill. The chili peppers. Chili means peppers as well, and it's chill out. My parents told me to never start fights but to finish them. Now, here's the boy who comes that he must have beaten somebody fiercely so as to finish the fight. Now, he didn't get the idea of the parent right here, the sarcasm. Good heavens, who hooked you up? This one is cable TV. Another sarcasm. Doctor could not believe the cable television wires are used for this patient. Rescuing him, oh no, I'm going to smash him outside in front of the other bugs to send a message. Now, in front of the other bugs, as if the bugs would get a message. One of their kind getting smashed and hit and killed, and they would get the message not to trouble this lady again. Now comes a big sarcasm. This boy who has grown up to the stature of a big man, and he has animalistic qualities, like a serious sarcasm on the present generation. Well, mother, I'm off to the zoo. Well, Arthur, we are so sorry to see you go, but it's for the best. Wait a minute. Didn't I used to go to school with you? Another sarcasm. Didn't I used to go to school with you? One of the classmates of this man who turned out to become a man with a bullet, probably a criminal. And look at this gentleman. He has taken the good ways and the other wrong ends. A serious sarcasm. Lampoonery, humor and satire, the forte of the writer. Meet S.S. Vasan, boss, Gemini Studios. Asokamitran, the writer. Frustrated yet a little happy here, with a very good literary career ahead. Spent more than a decade with S.S. Vasan. Yes, look at a brief profile of his, an Indian writer, Tamil literature, a very distinguished essayist and critic, editor as well. And now comes Subbu, the number 2nd in the Gemini Studios, Kotha Mangalam Subbu, 1910 to 1974, and in the middle he worked a lot with Gemini Studios, functioned as the number 2 of the giant Gemini Studios of Chennai. Ability to look cheerful at all the times, always loyal, faithful, coming as an advantage to the boss, always tailor-made for films. Inspiring figure, everybody sought him in times of trouble, came up with 14 alternatives to a single problem. Subbu had a separate identity, also a writer, a poet, scriptwriter, was very happy writing for the masses in particular. A very light-humored satire now, the makeup room, being commented upon by Asokamitran. He says, a dozen mirrors all around, as though everybody was hell-bent upon looking ugly. Not a very good scenario. Those old days, even a decent-looking person would turn into a hideous, crimson-hued monster. Truckloads of pancake, so much of makeup that you would not imagine. Now look, the writer says, I suppose the studio lights needed the girls and boys to be made to look ugly in order to look presentable in the movie. That is an irony and a satire. Now some national integration, very humorously. The writer says, it's the Harvard, Karnataka, and Andhra, and Madras Indian Christian, and Anglo-Burmese, and the local Tamils, all they succeeded one after other. There is the office boy, still a man of 40. He wasn't exactly a boy, he was in his early 40s. Now, humor loaded everywhere. Now there's a mention of a lawyer, very well dressed up in shirts and pants, different from the others who were khadi dressed. Now this lawyer records the voice of an over-temperamental actress, that actress who is mockingly referred to as a very talented actress by the writer. But when she hears her own shouts and her own unmentionably foul words against the producer, she had to leave the career. That is laughable as well as sarcastic. Talking of a very interesting character, lawyer, in the memoir by this author. He says this lawyer is the only one who has cold logic and wears pants and shirts and tie. And he's in the world of dreamers, the dreamers being the poets. Everywhere you would find the poets in the studios. And once he was given a film to produce, lots of raw stock and pancake was used, which is why the film could not make much at the box office and he lost his job. Now, this is interesting. Now, talking about the poets, so many names referred over here. They always wanted leisure. A prerequisite was the freedom, and freedom was not available in that world of communism. So, there was a slowly rising wave of anti communism. We will discuss that in our next very video, a very brief one.